This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Parrish, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
Wendell Vaughn, the first Earthman ever appointed protector of the universe. Bonded to the energy-transforming quantum bands that are both weapons and symbols of his station, he fights an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe from cosmic evil as Quasar.
Hello and welcome back to the Quantum Zone, episode 148. I am Phil. Joining me as always, master of the Quantum Zone.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
And the master of the HBO Max. It is.
This is Matt. Hi, everyone. I'm a subscriber.
Makes you a master of that. Anyway, yes, so like we said last week, before we get to the final issue of Quasar's series, we threw in a Marvel 2-in-1, which I dare you to find this somewhere. Marvel 2-in-173. All right.
I found it somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I meant, I was
I know. I'm just I forget where I found it, though, because I remember hunting this one out early in the formation of our podcast. Forget why. I think because I was looking up a couple other Marvel 2-in-1s at the time, maybe.
Oh, do you have paper?
I think I have I got a paper copy of this somewhere.
Yeah, no, I was telling Will,
in my closet.
I was telling Will it's been many, many years, but I think this is the first time I read this. So this is like the first time in many years that I've had like a brand new, brand new to me, Quasar story to read.
Nice. That's a good feeling. Little holiday bonus.
Yep.
The holidays are around the time of this recording, between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah, we're like 2 days till 2 or 3 days from New Year's. Yes. All right. So before I ask Will about the Kickstarter, Will, did I just see on Facebook like moments ago that it's your birthday?
No, it's not my birthday.
Okay. Maybe I saw somebody else's. Never mind.
It's tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Eve.
Okay, that makes sense because I think I saw Ray say it, and Ray's in the future.
Oh, Ray's in the future. That is true. I've been away from the computer most of the day, so I'll have to get back in and thank everybody.
Oh wait, it's like 2 days. It's like 2 days until New Year, or 2 days till New Year's. Maybe we should wish Ray Happy New Year now, since he is in the future.
He's in the future already. Yeah, he already knows what the new. Wonder if he knows what 2021's like now. Maybe we should ask him.
Is it a YouTube, Ray? What the F? Can you describe 2021 to us, Ray?
It was just a really nice package.
I hope he doesn't mean that in a certain way. Oh.
I just checked on the grandcomics.org for this issue.
Mm-hmm.
This issue has only ever been reprinted in the Essential Marvel 2-in-1, the black and white series. The Essential Marvel 2-in-1 number 3.
I did search for that when I was at the comic store a couple weeks ago. He did not have it because I think those are out of print. So yeah. Yeah, so you're only I believe so far it's nowhere digitally. So yeah, kids, if you want a copy of this, legally you need either the original copy of the original or that Essential. So it's never been so when you think about it, it's never been reprinted in color.
That's true. Absolutely. Didn't you say that they had been reprinting the Marvel 2-in-1s in color in like trades?
Yeah, it's like those Epic collections, but yeah, I think they're only. When I looked at, like 4 or 5 volumes, whatever they got up to, I think they're only up to like issue 60 some. So yeah, this wasn't in there yet. So I was willing to buy a whole trade digitally, and they weren't up to it yet. And I looked on Amazon. I looked on Kindle. Again, Marvel Unlimited didn't have it. There's no issues. It's like I told Will, when it goes from issue 69, you're welcome, Will, to issue 80, and it's just like, damn you.
Why? Yeah, I mean, No,
They got some basic copies on eBay if you want to wait in the mail for like $3.
Well, that's what I was going to
Before
say.
shipping.
I would have ordered it and then mailed it, but it wouldn't have been here in time.
Yeah.
I did not know about these Epic collections. I'm gonna have to.
Oh yeah, Ray swears by them. He buys a lot of them.
Cool, because there'll be a softcover version of Project Pegasus.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah, Project Pegasus. Yeah, I know they have reprinted that. Yeah, like half the time we're talking about old comics, Ray will be like, "Oh, I read that in the Epic collection." Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's an entire podcast that's all about Epic collections of comics. It's pretty good. I've listened to a bunch of episodes. It's pretty good.
Oh, if you guys went in, I was talking to the rest of the Capes and Lunatics today. Maybe around the time WandaVision drops, in like, what is it, like 2 weeks or 2 or 3 weeks? Yeah, I was talking about just doing an episode where we just talk Vision and Scarlet Witch, because I've been reading like their maybe 2 miniseries in the 80s, and I've been reading a bunch of Vision and Scarlet Witch stuff.
Oh yeah, the 12-issue series they had.
Yeah, they had a 4-issue miniseries, and then
a
few years later they had the 12. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the 12 issue one came out. I think Englehart was writing that at the same time he was writing West Coast Avengers, right? I think they were coming out about the same time.
Yeah.
I think that they intertwined a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
First 2 issues did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think issue 1 and 2 of Vision and Scarlet Witch. What was it, like issue? Yeah, like issue 1 and 2 of West Coast Avengers and Vision and Scarlet Witch were. Yeah, so it was basically like the same time. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say it was around that time I found a bunch of early West Coast Avengers in the 50-cent bin, so I just ended up buying like the first 30 issues or something. But I was reading it and it was like, oh, I got to check out that Vision Scarlet Witch crossover. I think I have some of them, but yeah.
That's the Christmas tree outfit on Wonder Man. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The green. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But you bought those early West Coast Avengers because who joined the team in some of those?
Batman.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. He specifically joined the softball team in, I think, the first page of one of the annuals, which Ray probably has a 2-part podcast on.
Wasn't he dating Tigra for a while? Ray's favorite character.
Hey.
But it's funny you mentioned that because after I read the 2 miniseries, I started reading some West Coast Avengers. It was like Byrne's run, when they ripped the Vision apart.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and then once he left, I think Roy Thomas took over, or Roy Thomas and Dan Thomas, I think his wife. Is that his wife?
I think.
I don't know.
Yeah. Were they right after Byrne? I can't remember.
I think they were pretty close after Byrne, and because they were writing it during Galactic Storm.
Oh yeah, because Byrne did a whole bunch of stuff. He ripped the Vision apart, and it's like, oh wait, he wasn't the original Human Torch.
Oh, but then wait, he was, according to Avengers Forever. So,
well, he was and he wasn't. Because then they split the.
Yeah.
Made 2 Human Torches, so we could have a Human Torch and a Vision.
He's both.
Byrne tried to explain it. He was like, "Oh yeah, Vision. It wasn't the Human Torch, but he was kind of built out of his spare parts."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It got complicated, but it's complicated.
He writes so much stuff like in Scarlet Witch's children were pieces of Master Pandemonium's soul.
Oh yeah.
No, but then it was then they were actually part of Mephisto.
And then maybe they're actually their kids in the Young Avengers. I don't know.
2 pieces of Mephisto are running around.
Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, you can tell I've been reading my Marvel Unlimited. It's all mad. I've got a nice new tablet for Christmas. I'm reading my Marvel Unlimited on it, and then again, Marvel Toon 173 wasn't on there.
So it is limited. Marvel Unlimited is limited.
I forget who made that joke, but I don't think you were the first one.
I'm definitely not. That's like not even a turn of phrase. It's just a brushing away of 2 words. That's not even a suck at Lilith. That's just like a,
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't remember who said it first. It might have been Lilith. I can't remember. So
yeah.
Suck it, Connor.
Yeah. See, I don't have Marvel Unlimited. I just subscribe by mail to 12 different No. I write in, I rip out the back page of the issue, with Wolverine swinging on the Christmas tree, and I fill it out of my pencil.
He rips out that subscription page out of the back of his Darkhawks and sends it in every year.
Yeah. I go down to the drug and soda pop. I get a mail order check, cashier's check payable. Yeah.
Although I did look for you.
So it won't.
Marvel, it is very Marvel limited because there is no NFL Super Pro on that.
So you said that my birthday is tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Mom said, "What do you want?" I said, "I want a book." So my book that I'm getting is not going to be here until March.
Whoa!
Because she's getting me the official handbook of the Marvel Universe, Deluxe Edition, Omnibus.
Ooh, wow.
It has been ordered.
That's awesome.
I love those things so much growing up. I'll have them all in one big volume that I can kill somebody with. It'll be awesome.
I'm telling you, I'm just going to throw you on an episode with Charlie Esser because he loved those back in the day. That Marvel handbook, yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, the pseudoscience, explaining things, the character histories, you got the nice beats, the big important things that happen to characters at that point.
You got to see everyone's butt, because they showed what the front row out.
No, that was the Master Edition, not the Deluxe Edition. That was the loose leaf binder ones, yeah. I didn't read those as much.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking is the loose.
The ones you can update, yeah.
I had some of those loose leaf ones, yeah.
I came across some. I didn't buy them, but I saw them. Yeah.
And they actually had binders that they sold with those too that had the nice Starfield that said Marvel Universe on them.
I didn't have a binder, but I do remember, they sold it.
Yeah. The second series, the Deluxe Edition, the first one was okay, but the second one is what I bought off of the newsstands and read.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I read them so many times.
And DC did a similar thing, right? Like they did a somewhat
the Who's Who. Yep.
Right. So they did a Who's Who, and it was very popular at this one comic book shop in Utah that was run by a young man named Mitt Romney, but he only carried binders full of Wonder Woman.
You worked for that one, man. You worked for that one.
Ice that shoulder, man. I think you pulled it.
He would put his dog on top of his invisible jet, and then he would fly it on the runway. All right, sorry, but
yeah, the Who's. I never really got into the Who's Who. It's
a little bit of a different setup.
But I mean, Grunwald, I think the handbooks were his baby, right? If I remember right.
Yeah. Because he was using it as a reference for everyone that worked at Marvel, so they could sort of be in tune with the arsenal of characters to use from, which of course Grunwald was famous for, pulling characters from the past that seemed to be cast-offs, or why would you go back to them and find something interesting for them? So, yeah.
And then, hey, if we're going to do it, might as well make money for it. Let's sell it.
Yeah, why not?
And get some cool artists to draw some. I mean, you had John Byrne covers on some of those. You had new art for lots of characters, and then they'd reprint some panels here and there from some of their stories. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I think Quasar actually has a costume in the handbook that has never appeared anywhere. Except in the handbook.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it like? Is it green? Like one.
No, I think it's all blue. I'll have to find.
Wow.
I'll have to find those issues around somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get to the issue, did everyone watch Wonder? Well, Matt Kona said he fell asleep.
I didn't see it all.
Wonder Woman 84.
I did watch it, and it definitely had some issues. It was not the most horrible thing ever put to film, like I've heard some people say, but it was not. It's not as good as the first one, but it's not. It was enjoyable in places.
Yeah. We're doing a review on Saturday, so I mean,
2.5 hours. Yeah.
let's put my dead boyfriend in someone else's body and just use that body for our own purposes.
I did mention that there were some problematic things. Yes,
Oh my god! And then Charlie Esser was saying he's like, and then once spoilers, Cheetah turns into like an actual like cheetah thing.
Yeah.
He's like, she's naked. She's like a regular cat. She's just rubbing her butt on everything. He's like, what are we gonna get instead of the Snyder cut? Or we're gonna get like the butthole cut.
The cat's cut of Wonder Woman.
I still do not care for the Snyder cut.
Oh, I think he's a probably really talented filmmaker, but I don't like his aesthetic for the DC universe.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah.
Why'd you say that name? Oh my god! Did you ever watch Teen Titans go to the movies? Teen Titans.
No, I want to see that. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god, it's so funny. They make fun of so much stuff in there, but like they like show Batman and Superman like filming that scene. It's like, what's your mommy's name? Martha. Mine too. Ah! They start crying and hugging each other. Then it's like, what's your daddy's name? Jonathan. Mine is Thomas. I'll kill you. So funny. Oh my god, it's so funny. Teen Titans go to the movies. Stan Lee even makes a cameo in that.
I heard about that.
What? This is a DC movie? All right, so should we get to this issue?
You bet.
Yes.
Which gave Ray flashbacks because he sent feedback today, and yesterday he took Finn to like, I don't know if it's a museum or something down there with like a bunch of dinosaur statues and stuff. Because he sent me feedback like, oh, dinosaurs again.
Dinosaurs are cool.
Okay, Ross. All right. So Marvel 2-in-1 73, The Thing and Quasar, of course, from March 1981. Is that correct? Yes. I won't embarrass you, bro. I'll say I was 3. Well,
I was not 3. I was slightly older than that. Still was not a teenager yet.
This issue was so old Conan didn't have a beard.
It was that old. I wasn't around yet.
Oh my!
Yeah, I was in '82, so
so maybe. Oh my lord, Conan might have been conceived on this comic.
Trapped on a world of dinosaurs.
That would be a good away message. Remember AOL Instant Messenger away messages? Sorry, I can't get your message. I'm trapped on a world of dinosaurs.
All right, people, prepare yourselves. We call Conan now. It's going to be like, I'm sorry I'm not here to take your call. I'm trapped on a world of dinosaurs. All right, so Pipeline Through Infinity.
I was running late.
Ralph Macchio, writer. You usually see him as editor or doing karate. Ralph Macchio, writer. Ron Wilson and Chick Stone, artist. John Costanza, letterer. George Rosas, colorist. Jim Salicrup, editor. And Jim Shooter, editor-in-chief. All right, so this is like picks up. I don't think this was in the previous issue, but it just like kind of picks up in the middle of the action.
That's right.
All right, so a few moments ago they stood on Earth, and now they float freely. Ben Grimm, the Thing, mightiest member of the world's greatest supergroup, the Fantastic Four, and Wendell Vaughn, Quasar, security chief of the Department of Energy's Special Research Facility, Project Pegasus. Again, it's not even protector of the universe yet. All right.
He's protector of a facility.
Great. Protector of that paperwork. They float freely in a cold, dark void, strangers in the space between worlds. Then quickly as it began, the journey ends as the startled pair materializes on solid ground. Yeah, first page you're like floating in space. Next thing it looks like they're in a jungle. Ben, are you all right? I haven't the slightest idea what happened or where we are, but this terrain looks foreboding.
Yeah, watch out. Some midget with long pointy ears don't come waltzing by trying to turn us into Jedi Knights.
That was topical at the time.
Yeah.
It was very topical.
Some guy with shiny armor coming by trying to turn us into Mandalorians.
Some child thing.
Yeah.
And as Quasar and the Thing struggle to assess the harsh new environment, their thoughts drift back to mere moments ago and an abandoned subway tunnel in New York, where they are following a lead. One that would take them to the hidden headquarters of the insidious group which attempted to destroy Project Pegasus in months past.
See Marvel 2-in-1 numbers 53 through 58, Secret Agent Salacrop.
Oh, which we covered way back.
Way back. Quite a ways back.
I was going to say, I think we were in the teens or 20s with those episodes were.
Yeah, that's the Project Pegasus saga. Which is
way
awesome.
down over 100 episodes ago for that. I can't thank you enough for coming on this mission, Ben.
Stow it, pal. After all, I was working on your security squad for a couple weeks at Pegasus. I got a stake in this too. Now quit John. I think we found the rat's nest.
Though Quasar offered restraint, the Thing preferred the direct approach. So the twosome smashed their way into a machinery-filled complex beneath the surface of Manhattan.
What are you running from, lame brains? It's just Western Union here with a singing telegram. It's clobbering time. Uppercut. Yahoo! We got him on the run, kid.
Let's not be overconfident, Ben. Despite the unexpected nature and ferocity of the attack, the Pegasus saboteurs were not without effective response in the form of a strange beam projector which removed the two combatants from the thrashed complex and placed them in the fathomless limbo from which they had just emerged.
That's
Now
an
what?
projector, isn't it?
What?
Oh, yeah.
Is that an
maybe,
projector?
I think they
Okay.
going out later.
Now what, big brain? We gonna hail a cab or something?
Perhaps we'll run across a service station with some road maps.
Oh, let me handle the jokes, pal.
For how long they wander across this steamy, foliage-filled landscape, neither can say. But eventually, the intrepid travelers have made their way through the dense overgrowth to the edge of a rocky precipice where...
Kid, looks like we went one better than a gas station. We got us a whole oil well. In fact, we got a bunch of oil wells down there.
And unless I'm seeing illusions, those are dinosaurs being used to move oil drums and other heavy equipment. What have we stumbled into? A time warp?
I don't know, but if this was a jungle flick, the next reel to have us being attacked for seeing something we wasn't supposed to.
That's hardly likely since that noise, some type of air vehicle. Maybe you're right.
Naturally, wonder if they're friendly. Nope.
We're sitting ducks together. If we separate, they might have a more difficult time picking us off.
I need you to tell me that?
Skimmers 2 and 3, execute attack plan alpha. Repeat, attack plan alpha.
The Thing is grabbing a tree and thinking to himself, I could pulverize them go-karts if I was able to get my hands on them, but they'd be harder to grab than grease lightning, so I gotta do a little improvising to make myself a handy-dandy fly swatter out of this tree to even the odds. Come on in a little closer, baby, just a little closer. And he swings it. Gotcha. Now I'm gonna pick you bananas off one by one before you hightail it out of here with them jetpacks.
And then we see Quasar lighting up them quantum bands and not aiming. It's times like this I realize what a great gift these Uranian energy bands are.
Veer off. He's generating some intense light. I can't see.
Bands which draw upon the energy of distant quasars and allow me to utilize it as I will.
Skimmer 3 moving in. Release dropnet on quarry.
You have to do better than this to trap me, gentlemen. Much better, as he glass out of a net.
Look at that He-Man.
Hey, look at them arms, man. Bigger than his head. Those biceps are bigger than his head.
Yeah.
Core pinpointed. Prepare gas grenades for release. Release gas. Now.
Gas cans exploding so fast. I didn't catch my blasted breath in time.
Ben, try to hold on.
Get yourself out of here, Junior. Don't let them snag us both. Get lost.
Hit.
They're dropping low, thinking they got us both. Gotta stay awake till I can grab that flying beer can.
The speeding skimmer makes a low pass, and a groggy Ben Grimm clamps iron fingers into its back, hoping to fork it earthward.
Corey remains dangerous. He's attached himself to the vehicle, creating a surface drag. Increase acceleration.
All I can do to keep my eyes from shutting. Gotta stay with it for the kid's sake. Pull myself up. Gotta keep pounding, knock this buggy out of the sky. Arms feel like lead, can't keep up.
Engine mount shattered. Abandoned ship. Corey has finally collapsed from gas effect. Skimmer 3, initiate cleanup operation.
And I see what you did there, Kona. Instead of saying keep it up, you said keep up, so I wouldn't have a drop of you saying I can't keep it up. Well played, sir. Well played. Ben's done all he can to divert their attention. I'm too weak to fight. I'm too weak to fight back. After crawl away into the underbrush. He passes out. Quasar drags himself just out of sight as the pain of his wounds consumes his consciousness. A few feet away from him, a dozen eyes gaze through the grass at his fallen form. And overhead,
Skimmer 1 to base. First quarry in tow. Second has eluded us. Request armed patrol to comb these coordinates.
like a mechanized bee returning to the hive with its own brand of honey, the speeding vessel heads for the drilling complex's central structure, the Watchtower, when they encounter the Justice League. And though the skimmer's smug occupants are certain their ground patrol will soon pick up their elusive prey, Quasar will be long gone before they return. You see a bunch that look like cavemen around them. They hunch like Neanderthals, but speak in a tongue of surprising sophistication. Large, clumsy hands lift the sprawled figure gently on their crude sling, remarkably gently. Then silently they slip into the waiting vegetation, dragging their burden and casting frequent fearful glances behind them. The village is a mile's distance. Once there, the primitives relax as if a great anxiety had been lifted with the passage into their home. They move solemnly to the largest hut, the domicile of the tribe's chief, who, like many rulers, adorns his dwelling to distinguish himself from others.
Good, you have awakened. I am Chief Tona, and you have been brought before me because of your brave efforts against the evil ones.
You're speaking English? How?
We have been taught many things by those who have used us, those you have fought against. Years ago they came through holes in the air, bringing their ugly machines with them to steal the black liquid which flows under our land. We could not win against them. We were conquered and made to serve them with thin promises that they would someday share in the riches their thefts would bring. What little remains of our culture has been left only to keep us from open revolt, but in secret we have planned to strike back at those who would strip us of all we hold dear. I knew deep inside me that one day a man such as you would come to aid us, to lead my people in an attack that will free us, lead them with your strange powers.
But how can you fight the weapons they possess? You'll be slaughtered, even with my help.
No, we are not without weapons of our own.
It's unbelievable. Ben's been captured, and there's little I can do about it while I'm caught in a war between an oil company and a native tribe.
I get to say this line. This makes me so happy. This is my dinosaur legion, the forefront of an army that will soon sweep our enemies beneath us.
I'm guessing this is Quasar?
Yeah.
Even though there's nothing pointing to him. There's something very wrong here. Any school child knows the great reptiles existed ages before man first appeared. Is this really Earth's past or something beyond even that explanation? Okay, before we go further, yeah, like I said, Ray took Finn to the museum to see the dinosaurs yesterday. He said something about them being fake. I was like, well, I didn't know if they were real or not. You're so close to the savage land and all. At the moment, a ground air scavenger unit enters the quiet village, seeking the second member of the skimmer smashing pair, the one who escaped capture. With practice ease, the huge saurians are taken to places of concealment by their riders. The army of men and monsters dissolves into the surrounding jungle.
Out of the way, Stoop. We're after some golden-haired guy that was making trouble for us. You wouldn't want to be hiding him, would you now?
These idiots hide something? Forget it, pal. They don't even know why they taught some of them English. The only thing they're good for is cheap labor.
You're probably right. If they'd seen anything, they'd have talked by now. Come on, Goldie ain't here. We're wasting our time.
The scavenger patrol departs, not knowing it was within yards of its prey.
You see now why we must delay no longer, why we must fight with all the strength we have to defeat them. And through our victory, perhaps you will even regain your imprisoned friend. I ask you, I beg you, Mighty One, join us. Lead the attack that will bring down those we hate.
Yes. Yes, I will join you. And in the citadel known as the Watchtower, a just awakened Ben Grimm adjusts his hazy vision to view his captors.
I see you're with us, Grimm. My name is Bennett Pittman, mercenary, adventurer, entrepreneur, and currently in charge of this little Roxxon oil complex around you.
Oh, Mr. Pittman.
Yeah. My superiors at Nth Command in New York informed me of the nature of your journey here. We prepared a suitable welcome, of course.
I might have known Roxxon was behind all the shenanigans at Pegasus.
Yes, the corporation is much more powerful than anyone might imagine. Though we're often engaged in war with the government across conference tables, occasionally a more active hand is necessary to sabotage projects like Pegasus. With its emphasis on alternate energy research, it could prove a profit-sapping danger to Roxxon.
I catch your drift, but where do you fit into it, Pittman?
In recent years, I've been a troubleshooter on Roxxon's floating oil rigs. As with everything else I've done in my life, Grimm, I distinguished myself. And so I was offered the chance to preside over this operation, the first drilling and refining facility ever constructed on another world.
I was coming to that little angle. Just where the heck are we?
Look outside, Grimm. Every piece of equipment you see was transported here by means of a device developed by Roxxon scientists. A device which moves objects across dimensional barriers into alternate realities, which are universes which exist side by side with our own, possess many of the same attributes and physical characteristics. Scientist sauerkraut. The same device which brought you here from Earth, the Nth Projector. It's an integral part of a vast corporate scheme to exploit the untapped resources of virgin planets. While others struggle over dwindling oil reserves, on our world, Roxxon has a plentiful supply here that may last for untold generations.
So, wait, this is a dumb joke alert. Virgin planets are planets that Galactus has not taken into his body.
I thought you were going to say to exploit the natural resources, they have to get the planet drunk first.
The extraction process is relatively simple. We draw the crude from wells and send it through a few refining processes. It's then sent through a special pumping station into pipes equipped with what we call Nth adapters that fit over the ends of the pipes and project the oil that reaches them through the dimensional barrier to Earth. Their counterpart pipes receive oil and transfer it into refineries in New Jersey.
That hive of scum and villainy.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Wait. We have to pause here just because this is such a funny classic like overshare. Like the thing in real life we'll be sitting there being like, what is this guy going on about? Like it's a seminar.
I know. It's like, let me tell you every detail of my Steve.
But wait, I'm not done.
He has a pointing stick and visual aids.
We're like halfway through the speech. I know, but here's the other thing. It's like, okay, if they have a machine that pumps the oil back into our dimension, how much did that cost? Are they really getting this oil that they can afford dimension machines and stuff?
Yeah. Remember, this was after the oil crisis in the 70s, so...
Man. What were you getting for a barrel of oil, man? 175,000. Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. I need my pointy stick because I still have a presentation to finish here. Here we go.
I hope
And this
there's
is-
some music too. You know, do you have any audio cues?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, kids! If you listen to this whole part of this podcast, man, you get a free weekend in a beach house in Virginia Beach. Yeah.
Wait, this is just for the people watching the video, but I'm going to dim the lights for your presentation.
There you go. Thank you. and this is only the barest beginnings. There are countless alternate realities the nth projector can be attuned to. Countless worlds ripe for the taking, each with its own obstacles and natural dangers to be overcome. Imagine a lifetime spent in the conquest of other worlds, plowing under anything that prevented our expansion. And you can be a part of it, Grim. A man with your strength and ability would be indispensable to me. Roxxon pays well. Very well. Now, are you with us, or...
So that's what you went through the lecture, huh? Mister, your rotten outfit almost killed me and everybody else at Pegasus. Now you got the gall to ask if I want to join you? I ain't interested.
Really? I read that whole big speech. Come on.
Suit yourself. If you reconsider any time in the next 30 seconds or so, my men will inform me. If not, you're a dead man. Making me waste all that time on the presentation. It was
I
a
rehearsed
PowerPoint.
for that,
It was
man.
a PowerPoint.
Yeah, I fear public speaking. All right, he's struggling. He's got his hands behind his back. He's still bound. He's spending his 30 seconds thinking, sure, hope the kid wasn't hurt bad. Maybe he got away by now. At least one of us might make it back. Hey, some kind of rumbling under me, getting louder. I've been working on this clamp they got on me, and I loosened it up a bit. But unless I can bluff some more time, it's all over. Those guys are gaping out of that window like there ain't no tomorrow. Window what? Son of a gun. It's a dinosaur cavalry coming to the rescue, and leading them's Quasar.
The reptilian attack is swift and merciless, unlike that speech. With each target well mangled beyond repair by razor-sharp claws and teeth, before the complex can even begin to marshal its only defenses effectively. Even airborne skimmers beyond the reach of the ground-roving Tyrannosaurus Rex fall prey to the deceptively deadly jaws of the leather-winged pterodactyl, or the lancing light bursts of the man called Quasar. Can't keep this photonic shield up too long or I'll drain my strength. Really?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Have to let it down momentarily and go on the offensive. Last night I went on the sky. That tower, I noticed that when we first viewed the complex. It's unlike any of the other structures. It just might be the command center, and the likely place a prisoner could be taken for interrogation, unlike a prison cell. Inside the watchtower, the awestruck guards have all but forgotten their captive, who has worked furiously to free himself. So
Everything he does is furious. Come
You've been
on.
working furiously on yourself, Kona. So, all right.
All right, boys, your Uncle Benji's all upset because you've been ignoring him. And that means it's clobbering time.
That's
Keep
two.
firing. These rifles can stop a Stegosaurus at 50 yards. He's got to go down.
Oh, yeah? I want to hear you when you say that. When I wrap that pea shooter around your scrawny neck. They keep firing. No good. Still woozy from that knockout gas. Can't last much longer. At least I know the kid's okay.
As Ben's thoughts turn to his young companion, a colorful figure burst through the glass like an awesome avenging angel, swooping among his startled foes, blinding them with Quasar burst light drawn. Yes, because Quasar made them from the furthest reaches of the cosmos. Again, he shoots like this, man. He holds his fist like he's gonna give the finger, and it just seems awkward.
Uh-huh.
This is disastrous. We're taking a pounding outside. Outside, the complex is in a shambles.
Oh, wait, that's the bad guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is disastrous. We're taking a pounding. Outside the complex is in a shambles. Nth Command must be informed.
Hey, Pittman, I hope you're running to check out Roxxon's disability benefits, because when I get done with you, you're gonna need them. Come on, kid. We only got us an oily skunk to nab.
Quickly, each fills in the other on all that's occurred as they race along gleaming corridors.
I made it, but they're right behind me. The projector's zeroed in on in-command headquarters, so all I have to do is activate it. The failsafe mechanism's on automatic, and the controls are set for one teleporter.
Grab him quickly, Ben. He must be preparing to transport out.
That's nice to hear. I thought he was running a slideshow for a second.
Before another
that was earlier.
That was good.
I know, not another slideshow.
Yeah.
Before another step can be taken, Bennett Pittman fades from view, leaving but the briefest of ghostly after images. Ben, on the screen, Pittman's already reappeared at the nth command, but the projector's still here, and if he can use it,
There ain't no reason we can't. Just let me get a hold of this doohickey and nuts. What a revolting development. It turns invisible. Our ticket out of here wound up going right to Papa.
then we'll find some other means to escape, Ben. I can't believe we can see our world without being able to reach it. But the young hero's hope might be dimmed if you could hear the depressing information being relayed at the underground edifice known as the Nth Command.
Now you see why we wanted only one projector at the drilling complex, Pittman. It's necessary to safeguard against even the slightest possibility of attack. Gentlemen, we may have lost that operation, but let me assure you there's no chance we'll be menaced by any of those fools left behind. It's all over for them.
It better be for your sake, Pittman. Roxxon doesn't take these sorts of failures well.
And back on the other end, it looks like the place is coming. The watchtower is finally under attack. We could be buried alive if it collapses.
No, save the watchtower. Okay, sorry, back to the picture. Not if your blushing buddy's got anything to say about it. I don't see no fire exits, so we'll just take the next best route out of here. Right through the wall.
Ben, let me put this photonic platform under you so I can lift us outside when you're done.
Whatever you say, kid. Gangway. Room as he bursts through the wall.
Waiting for a third quadrant.
Yeah. You know, even after what we've been through, it's still unnerving riding 100 feet high on something made out of light beams.
Don't worry, I'm sending us down right away.
I was only joking, Julia. Skip it. What a mess. Looks like some overgrown Godzillas are better than a bunch of bulldozers.
As they survey the carnage that was once the most advanced oil exploration setup in existence, an elated figure stumbles through the rubble.
Mighty One, you have led us to a great victory this day. Those who have tried to destroy our way of life have themselves been destroyed.
My heart is with you and your people, Chief Tona.
Looks like the only item left standing is that pumping station over there.
Pumping station? Excuse us, Chief. I see a MacGuffin in need of
Hey, does this connect to New Jersey?
the Darklands, you say? Come with me, Ben. I think we may have a solution to our dilemma. It's a long shot, but it might get us back.
At this point, pal, I'd go for clacking my ruby slippers together and saying there's no place like home.
So much for the topical. Seems like a simple enough setup. My guess is that the large valve in the corner controls the oil flow. They probably use some mechanical means to turn it off.
Out of the way, kid. If you want the valve off, off it goes. You sure picked a nutty time to want to start conserving oil. What do you got cooking, Quaze? Know what you're doing, playing around with them dials?
This console's operation is relatively simple, especially for someone whose father was a physicist. Full father. Wait, was a physicist?
He is a physicist at this time.
I was going to say, unless we're confusing him with Marvel Boy, whose father died. But anyway.
Yeah.
As you were telling me while we chased Pittman, the viewer picks up a visual image from whatever locale the nth projector, or in this case, adapter, is attuned to. It's set on the Roxxon refinery in New Jersey. What I've got to do is scramble the signal, cut the nth adapter off from the refinery and realign its position by manipulating the controls. With luck, I've gotten the coordinates right, and the adapters should reappear exactly where I want them to. Boy, it's too bad. Instead of doing this whole complex thing, if I couldn't just jump through space fits in some fashion,
jump through light,
open quantum aperture, here where I want them to. Nth headquarters in Manhattan. Here they are. The viewers picked them up. All right, Ben, hit the valve again.
You're a genius, Junior. Once the oil starts flowing, it's going to go from the adapters at the end of this pipe outside right into the two waiting at the other ends. That crew of monkeys is going to be swimming in the stuff. Now all we got to do is follow the oil, and it's home sweet home. That goop don't look too inviting, though. Not to mention, we could drown in it. Why don't you whip something for us to ride on, like that platform we was using before? Yeah, because that'll save you from drowning. Come on. What a bubble, Ben.
You won't drown. You might suffocate, but if you're in a bubble, yeah, you won't drown.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, but I've got something better. A bubble enclosing us completely. I've never...
Bubble it up. Bubble it up.
It's bubbling time. Yeah.
I've never...
What if he said, what if we made a giant boxing glove to ride in?
All right, Hal Jordan said. Okay, so all he does is put a bubble around him and Ben. I've never attempted something like this before. Really? It's going to be difficult balancing our weight against the pressure outside.
I got faith in you, Quaz. So you better come through, because I don't plan on winding up as a dipstick.
As they dive into the oil, they descend into a viscous world of darkness, carried by the current, aware of their motion only by the buffeting of the golden bubble, until the darkness gives way to a scene of turmoil and terror.
Hurry! Someone get to the master control panel. Get those adapters out of here.
No good. It's inundated with oil. Even the end projectors are soaked. They're ruined. All of them. And again, Quasar switches them back to floating fast.
Finally.
I set the circuitry on the console to cut off the oil flow in 7 minutes. So to get us home, I caused a environmental catastrophe in the middle of Manhattan. No biggie.
Exactly.
In one of the biggest cities in the country. Yeah, no problem. That gives us roughly 3 more minutes to take advantage of the chaos.
All right, since we're down to the wire, you round up the pug ugly still interested in making trouble, and I'll start corralling the strays. That's what the gravel surfer said. And then he's thinking to himself, I'd never tell him, but the kid's as good as taking orders as he is giving them. We ain't gonna find out nothing about this operation if all these creeps wind up drowning. Since they're hanging on to whatever's floating by, maybe I ought to try and knock them down some of this machinery so they got something to latch onto. Time
and again, 2 of the mightiest fists on Earth pound the rocks on equipment as the fallen chunks are gratefully grasped by the struggling nth personnel.
Wonder if Pittman's still sneaking around. I'd love to. Well, what do you know? There's the snake now. But he's just standing there, letting the oil come up around him like he don't care. I failed
for the first time in my life. The drilling complex was a setback. It was replaceable, but this is the finish of the nth command, and I've caused it, all of it.
Well, if these Marvel 2-in-1 issues with Thing and Quasar are any indication, he'll die. Well, he'll seem to die, but come back to menace another universe. And Quasar's got a bunch of them in a cage. That's the final group, but even though we've destroyed the Nth project, it's going to be almost impossible to tie the operation in with Roxxon directly. The company has probably kept itself at arm's length from it, except at the very highest levels. The government could pursue litigation for years and not get anywhere.
I could never face the board of directors, disgraced this way. They placed their faith in me and my ability to overcome and achieve. It's over now. This is the only way out, the only road open to me.
Gotta shove this bunch of Looney Tunes out of the way so I can get to Pikmin. This guck's so thick I'm still having trouble wading through. Gotta reach him in another couple seconds, he'll be under. Almost there, but his head's disappearing. Have to make a grab for him. Gotcha. You ain't getting away that easy, pal. You got some answering to do before saying sayonara, but it ain't to your buddies at Roxxon.
Then hauls the defeated commander upward and rejoins the nearby Quasar. So, as Quasar says, the circuit override must have just cut in, so that's the last of the oil and the end of the nth command.
Swell. You know, kid, if Roxxon hadn't been so blasted paranoid, they might have had themselves a real nifty moneymaker here, and stepping on people they thought was too weak to fight back. Even if we don't nail the real bad boys, the real big boys this time, at least we know they learned something. We ain't just gonna let them sit up in their ivory towers and take over without a fight, even if the little people gotta have a say, so they're dependent on guys like us. So we can't ever let them down.
Amen to that, Ben.
And he holds up the presenter.
All right, kids. Can I just get all of you listening? Can I get a big round of applause for Matt Kona's Ben Grimm impression, and even Will Allred with his oily bad guy and
oh man, what a presentation!
Big presentation, yes.
It's a PowerPoint.
If you'll turn to page,
the slide is backwards on the overhead projector.
If you go to page 63, subparagraph 7, you'll see.
Can somebody advance the slide, please?
Try to kill Ben Grimm through boredom.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, what about this issue? I think that's one of the biggest things. Very wordy.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of the nature, the beast, so to speak, back in the day. That there was certainly a lot more verbiage packed into a book.
And I mean, they really packed in this one issue. I mean, again, Modern Comics could never. But I mean, I love one and dones, but this easily they could have stretched this to at least 2 issues.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, the setup, how they got the
Mm-hmm.
Hell, that presentation could have taken half a book.
Oh, jeez. Just the presentation issue. Imagine that. Imagine the controversy behind it. If the whole issue is just a presentation.
Somebody would have did that in modern times. Tremendous.
Oh man. I thought it was all right. You know, I thought it held up.
Yeah.
You see dinosaurs on the front cover, and you sort of have something in your head. They don't get to it for a little while, and then you're like, all right, well, dinosaur attack is
You did.
Trapped in a land of dinosaurs. Okay, all right, I'm here.
You don't see business presentation coming up when you see dinosaurs on the cover.
No.
Exactly. Let's see. Hey, looks like Moon Knight #5 was out the same time, the same month as this.
Oh,
ROM #16, Fantastic Four 228,
okay.
Avengers 205, Savage She-Hulk #14. Daredevil looks like, is that 169? Ooh, that's Elektra Saga.
Oh yeah, like the second one where she, I think it was her first one, like 168 or something. It's something like that.
So.
Yeah, early Elektra.
Defenders #9, Star Wars #45, Iron Man #144. Ooh, that's the final battle with Centurion.
Oh, so we're before Jim Rhodes takes that armor. Oh,
Exactly. Yeah.
this is
I do like the checklist. Oh, and let's see what else have we
no
got here.
Spider-Man this month.
Thor 305. So that's before Simonson.
That's before Beta Ray Bill.
Mm-hmm. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, #52.
Wow.
Where's the Hulk? I don't see the Hulk in here. Incredible Hulk 257.
The big bazooka.
The Mighty Marvel checklist. Oh, Captain America 255.
Oh,
Very cool.
nice. So yeah, any other thoughts on this issue?
Pretty dense.
They sell it on the dinosaurs, but the dinosaurs were integral in the attack, but you really didn't get a lot in dinosaurs.
Yeah, and if you throw out the dinosaurs entirely and just have it be like a rebellion of the caveman people or something, like a different tribe comes in to save the day, maybe it's a little less sexy on the cover for buy-in for casual comic fans, but it's just a story. It's just an element of the story.
And again, I know Quasar hasn't fully unlocked those uranium power bands, but modern day Quasar could have staged the attack himself. The free
Yeah.
Oh, I need an army. I can't possibly take on that many arms. Guys with no power.
Yeah, let me shoot the bands at you. There you go.
I know. I think that's one of the best, the simplest but best things Grimold brought to Quasar is actually points his hand to shoot.
Yeah, just.
I mean, early on they were just oh, we have to point one of the gems to shoot it, so it's
yeah.
No. Again, he doesn't even have to point his hand; it's all bot controlled.
Exactly.
All right, I know what everyone's waiting for. You want to hear Ray feedback?
Let's do it.
All right, I remember this. I haven't been doing much podcasting over the break. All right, everyone. For those of you who may not know, which I don't know who you are, but you're about to hear from our friend Ray from Australia, which he's not only a podcaster, but he's learning about dinosaurs recently. But you can hear him on such shows as Last Sons of Krypton, a Superman podcast. To Know Her is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast. And you can hear him the last Tuesday of every month talking with Ian Makona all about Scarlet Spider. But the one he's most well known for, the thing that will get him on into the podcasting Hall of Fame, Into the Night, the Moon Knight podcast. All right, so turn the volume up, kids. Popcorn. Let's hear what Ray had to say about this issue.
Hello, Quantum Zoners. This is Ray. As I record this is we are all edging towards the end of 2020, so very exciting indeed. But of course, no doubt, this episode as a podcast will probably come out in the new year. Anyway, I'm dropping in some thoughts for Marvel 2-in-1 The Thing and Quasar in what looks to be the Savage Land, or some sort of weirdo reality with dinosaurs. Anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed this. It was just a lot of harmless fun. The tone of the comic book, written by, I believe it was Ralph Macchio, but the tone of the comic book very much in keeping with the character of the Thing. So kind of lighthearted, just a lot of smart aleck talking. I just love reading a lot of comics with the Thing in there. And it didn't hurt having Quasar in there too. But the story was quite funny. I think good to have Roxxon in there as well, not only just Hydra as big kind of agents, but Roxxon and this really interesting idea of them tapping the resources of parallel realities and making money off it. In this case, siphoning oil from elsewhere and bringing it into our world. A very nifty idea. And one which is kind of right for future stories and development, and you can go into the implications of what happens when you do plunder resources from other realities and kind of the impact of that. So it was quite interesting, but overall a very kind of harmless and happy-go-lucky adventure. I love no matter how dangerous or dire that the circumstances, the Thing is always still loaded with quips. We see the more classic, the earlier version of Quasar, and I enjoyed the old take as well. I guess they're still trying to figure out the quantum bands. I mean, this was covered in some of those earlier issues that you guys have done, but of that tapping into quasars from all over the galaxy or cosmos, and that was his quantum energy, that sort of thing. It didn't seem like he was by any means a protector of the universe. It's all the Uranian kind of inherent power set. So just a question as well, because I get a bit mixed up with the earlier things. You probably would have explained it by now in the show, but is this the Marvel boy? The one that we see that isn't, well, actually, hang on, he is said to be Wendell Vaughn, but is it the other one that we see that comes back later as almost like an evil Quasar? I have a feeling he is. Anyway, it was good to see Quasar anyway in this, and I love. You probably know this, Phil. I love the dinosaurs in there. Now, just coincidentally, went to a dinosaur park not that long ago, so it was fun to read on the same day in the evening a Marvel comic book with some dinosaurs used. So I was nitpicking. I was having a look at the details of the artist. I was making sure all the dinosaurs were accurate. I'm happy to say that for the most part they were. Good to see the pterodactyls, stegosauruses, Tyrannosaurus rexes, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, a lot of fun. I would give this a B. I enjoy these kind of old, this was early 80s. I enjoy these sorts of tales. And it's no secret as well, I do like the 2-in-1s and the Marvel team-ups. So it's always fun to see the Thing go up with any of the many Marvel characters in the universe and see what he gets up to. So I've seen ones prior, of course, with Spider-Woman and Moon Knight, and this time we get Quasar, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so big B. I'm hoping, I'm sure Matt will be voicing the Thing, so I can't wait to hear that, and I'll be reading along as always. Anyway, all the best, fellas, and yeah, I'll happy New Year. I think by the time this comes out. Catch ya.
So, all right, I have 1 point of bone of contention with you, Ray. It's Ralph Macchio. He did not sweep the leg for you to call him Macchio. But yeah, I mean, good issue and good 8. But again, hey, yes, Matt Kona did an excellent Ben Grimm, but hey, Will, a hell of a presentation.
Thank you. That was my favorite PowerPoint.
Maybe you want to buy some timeshares in that alternate dimension.
In the alternate, yeah, we didn't even get a name of that dimension, right?
Just some alternate reality.
Absolutely.
And again, how much did that setup cost? And it's just like, oh yeah, we'll get some oil out of it.
Yeah.
Well, and Ray made a good point that Wendell's a lot less powerful here.
Oh yes,
a lot.
Ray, it is Wendell Vaughn, the Quasar we know. The guy who got his girlfriend stuck on that alternate Earth. Yes, that's him. which we'll get back to next week for the final issue.
That's right. Final issue.
I know it gets confusing because he's not as powerful. He's wearing that stupid Marvel Boy costume.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you look at, did we ever do his first appearance in Cap?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Because as a SHIELD super agent, he was not very powerful.
Oh, remember that first Cap appearance? And they weren't even in Uranian bands at that point. It was like, oh yeah, Anthony Stark's boys whipped these up for me.
No. They took him from Reed Richards.
So Tony Stark create quantum bands. Okay. That's why he uses a suit of armor. Okay.
That makes perfect sense. Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
Comics. But yeah, I mean, I think most of the pretty much all the greatness we got from Quasar was thanks to Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, and everything that the Project Pegasus saga, any Quasar appearance really happens after Quasar number 1.
Yeah.
And before Quasar number 2. So every, the Captain America appearances, the Hulk appearances where he gets his feelings hurt, about being Marvel Man. This story.
Well, hey, it's another good reason we're covering the first 25 issues for episode 150. We can talk about that gap between issue 1 and 2, and now that we've covered some of these issues.
Yeah.
Project Pegasus and this one.
And those are I think is it at the end of the first issue or at the end of the second? I think it's the end of the second issue. I think Grunwald actually gives us a checklist of all of his appearances up until that point. Is it number 2?
Maybe.
Or maybe it's number 3. I don't know. I'll look that up for next week.
I was gonna say, yeah, might do a quick reread anyway. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, because remember we used to get science facts and checklists.
All kinds of cool stuff.
That's what caused the book to go under. No checklist, no scientific facts.
We did have editor's notes, which is cool.
That's. Any final thoughts on this, Matt Kona?
No, fun little one. Hunt it down. It's elusive, as we talked about in the beginning. It's a little weird throwback. It's the embarrassing picture before you learned how to do things and dress yourself for Quasar. Back when he was just a little security guard with a costume.
I mean, I wonder if they're eventually going to reprint this, like in another collection or something. I was going to say, if they don't, I mean, I think this issue's, well, I mean, you can buy it online for under $5, but I was like, do you think it'd be worth something? Since, like you said, it's been reprinted once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In black and white.
And, once Quasar makes his MCU appearance, this one might be for something.
There you go.
Okay, appearance of Quasar, hardly ever reprinted. Oh, is that what they're waiting? I was going to say, is that what they're waiting for? He hits the MCU. All of a sudden, Marvel Unlimited, we're going to get the full 60-issue Quasar run. We're going to get all the Marvel 2-in-1s, everything.
Yeah.
We're just waiting on you, Feige.
Make it happen.
All right, so should we get out of here?
Let's do it.
Sounds good, guys.
All right, so everyone, send your thoughts because next week is going to be Quasar number 60, the last issue of the regular series. And then, like we said, for episode 150, we're going to be doing a retrospective on the first 25 issues of Quasar. And then starting with episode 151, we're going to be doing the original Squadron Supreme series. So send your thoughts on all of those to capesandlunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow the Quantum Zone on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have a Facebook group, the Grunwald Groupies. You can find links to all of those and all the other things the Capes and Lunatics do, including links to the YouTube channel. So please go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Smash that button.
Smash it.
Find links so you can see our smiling faces, links to merchandise, links to the Patreon. Big things are coming to that in 2021. So, find all the links at Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support our sponsors, Tweaked Audio and Hunt a Killer. Use the code Southgate for both of those for discounts. Then go pick up Pod Life, the book, now digital and paperback, all about the ins and outs of podcasting. And when you do that and more, when you go on Amazon, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that oily businessman presenter, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants. Why did your eye drift over to my box?
All right, Matt Kona, where can people find you?
You can find me sneaking into nursing homes with bad intentions.
Visiting nursing home.
Oh, that's it. Visiting, not sneaking in. Visiting sounds much nicer.
You signed the log before you.
That's true. Yeah, you got to do that. The guest book, it's important. At Matt Kona, that's where I am. Find me there.
I can sprinkle some pin particles on it to make it bigger.
Yeah, a little small.
See you later, bunkie.
All right. Will Allred, master of the Quantum Zone and Crossover Division. Where can people find you and all of your various works?
You can find me at Wallred. That's at WALLRED on Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and probably elsewhere. You can find some of my self-published work. Crossover Division is coming out soon. It's crossoverdivision.com. Previous work is Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com, with art by Gene Gonzalez. And you can find all kinds of really cool stuff about Quasar at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
5 inches, maybe. 5 inches, maybe.
Wait a minute. I'll give you a presentation.
Yes.
I'll put it in my navel.
Oh yeah, you should have the slides in the screen behind you. Yeah,
I should do that. I need to get a laser pointer.
Hey, boys, you love the party? I love the party.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Again, Quasar 60 now. We're at 60 already, kids.
It only took us 149 episodes to get here.
That's right. You had fun the whole time, so shut your mouth.
Exactly.
Almost like a very, very long presentation, Will.
Exactly. Death by PowerPoint. Sorry.
What's worse, a very long PowerPoint presentation like that, or the cupcakes? The
I prefer the presentation.
Collection.
Star Blast.
Oh,
Yeah.
that should be our big 150. What was worse, Collection Obsession or Star Blast?
Yeah, we could have a debate.
Oh.
We got a week to think about, Will.
Yeah.
All right, Quantum Zoners, come back next week. Quasar 60, the big one. And remember, Quantum Zoners, keep it oily.